welcome to my series where I talk about the books that I have read during 2020. This one is actually my very first memoir. Well, unless you count Operation Greylord as a memoir, but I think of it more as true crime fiction. But this one is actually a legitimate memoir, and that is Troublemaker by Leah Remini. Now, I'm going to preface this by saying that I have watched Leah Remini's Scientology and the Aftermath series multiple times. I watched it from season 1 to season 2 to season 3, and it is fascinating. It's so sad and so fascinating to watch the show and see how the church has handled things. And then to actually find the audiobook for her memoir, Troublemaker, I started listening to it. And within like 5 days, I finished it. I think it was like 5 days. No, it was actually 4 days. Because I started it at the end of February and I finished it on the 3rd of March. I marathoned it because Leah actually does narrate it herself, and she is so honest about everything. Like the first page, like the first paragraph gets me because she basically lays out everything. It's like, I'm known as an asshole. I have dated married men. My husband is a serial cheater. My mother is a self-confirmed slut. And I'm like, yo, what? And then I remembered some things that happened in Scientology. In the aftermath, she's basically dead agenting herself. And that's basically giving out all the crimes that she has committed. And it's like, here's everything that you would normally say about me. Have at it. And it basically starts from the time when she's a little girl in Brooklyn, all the way through until, I want to say 2016, right before she started doing the Scientology and the Aftermath show. And it was such an in-depth look at her life, from childhood into adolescence, into her time with the church for 35 years, into her marriage to her husband Angelo, and then everything that surrounded the infamous Tom Cruise and Katie Holmes wedding and everything. And I didn't realize how much of that wedding actually impacted her life and her reasoning for leaving eventually. And it's such a great, great memoir. I highly recommend it for anyone who has either watched King of Queens and loves Leah Remini. I actually had no idea who she was when I first started watching the show, but I watched it because I love reading things about cults, and Scientology is a cult. And this was like, from an insider's perspective, what the actual church says. And it was so fascinating to hear her talk about the positive things she got out of Scientology, along with all of the bad things she got out of it. And it was so fascinating to hear her thoughts on everything and her thought process when she was doing it. So I highly, highly, highly recommend this for anyone who is interested in a memoir with a very honest person. Someone who is not afraid to tell you the dark and dirty details of you as a person. So I highly recommend that. So thank you all for watching. Again, I gave this 5 stars. As I said, I can't stop gushing about it. Thank you all for watching. And if you have any comments, you can always leave them down in the comment section below. If you have a book that you might want to suggest to me, leave it down in the comments. I'd be happy to take a look at it. I'm pretty open about what I'm looking to read, as long as it's kind of like in the romance area. I have read male on female romance, female on female, male on male. But obviously, as you've seen, I will read a memoir too. Okay, so thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye!